The Courting by Meinekeime, Chapter 40, A Bun in the Oven. Draco's point of view. I woke up, my wife in my arms. We had been married for 2 months now, and I was happier than ever. Come on, Harry, we need to stand up, love. I tried to wake Harry up, who sleepily opened his eyes. Good morning, beautiful. How are you? I asked, cuddling him a little bit. Suddenly, he started to struggle against me, and I let go of him. Harry jumped up and ran into the bathroom, emptying his stomach. I knelt next to him, rubbing his back. Let it all out, honey. After he was finished, I carried him back to the bed and told Willie to bring us some soup. I had allowed Willie to stay, and his relationship with Toppy had begun to bloom. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be little elves running around by summer. Tell me, baby, how are you feeling? I asked my wife, rubbing his head. I just felt sick when I woke up. I must have eaten something bad, he answered, taking my hand and playing with my fingers. Still, I should call a healer to check on you, I told him, giving Poppy the Erdles to call my mother. She wasn't a healer anymore, but she had been a doctor for many years. The second she heard her son-in-law wasn't well, she was standing on our doorstep, lecturing me about taking care of my wife. Now, show me where Harry is so I can check on him. But don't think we are finished, she said, her finger still raised. Of course, Mother, he is in the bedroom resting, I told her calmly, showing her to the upstairs. Harry had sat up and was drinking some soup when we entered. Draco, can I stand up now? I don't feel ill anymore, Harry said, pouting. After the checkup, I can't have you sick, can I? I answered, sitting on the bed next to him. I rubbed Harry's shoulder while Mother began running some scans and told him some embarrassing story about my childhood. She loved doing that. I guess we will have to do a blood test if the scan is negative, she muttered, when her wand blinked up and her eyes became big. Well, Harry, it seems you will have your husband running some errands today. I will prescribe something to help with the vomit and swelling of your feet. And I would make an appointment with your tailor. Harry looked confused, but I understood my mother. How far? I asked my mother. Around 2 weeks, she answered, picking her stuff. I will come next Monday to check up on you, Harry, she said, giving him a kiss on the forehead. Draco, what on earth is going on? Am I going to die? Harry asked, scared, clinging to my hand. In my happiness, I didn't notice that he hadn't understood my mother. I bowed next to him, touching his stomach gently. You're pregnant, love. We're going to be parents, Harry. After a second of no reaction, tears streamed down his cheeks. Pregnant, Draco, I'm pregnant. I just hugged my wife and wiped the tears of happiness away. Yes, you are, honey. Do you want to tell your parents? I asked, grinning from ear to ear. Later that day at the Grand Mansion. You're what? Harry's father shouted. Tom, come down, you're stressing Harry out. Severus tries trying to calm his husband. Father, please, let me explain. Harry tried to, but the Dark Lord was chasing me. I knew better than to attack him back. He would catch himself any minute. We were planning on a child for a month, Father. Why aren't you happy for me? Harry asked, crying. Tom's eyes softened, and they stopped this attack. So you are planning. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusion, Harry. I thought I needed to teach your husband not to touch you for the next 10 years. Severus was hugging Harry intensely, and soon Tom joined. We're happy for you, Harry, his mother whispered. The first month. I woke up feeling Harry stare next to me. Please don't tell me he forgot to take the pills. I heard the bathroom door open, so he did forget. I summoned Toppy to bring me the pills while I took care of my wife. He had his head bowed over the bowl, vomiting out his guts. I'm sorry I woke you up, Draco. You don't need to stand up each time. You're the pregnant one out of the two of us. It is my duty to care for you, and it's the least I can do for my perfect wife and baby. Harry swallowed the pills, and his stomach seemed to get better. Let's get something in that tummy, honey. I carried my wife downstairs and made him a delicious meal. 3rd month. Draco. My wife called me. Yes, honey, what happened? I asked, rushing into the room. Harry had pulled his shirt up and was checking his tummy. Do you think I'm getting fat? He asked, looking in the mirror. I sighed, stepping behind him. No, Harry, you're not getting fat. You're pregnant. Watch your smart mouth, or I will make sure that you're experiencing everything I'm feeling right now. He warned, making me touch his belly. It was growing, so I need to make him a little rounder every day. Come on, let's go down. Neville and Charlie should be here by now. Can you believe they're taking care of 5 baby dragons at the moment? I asked Harry. Month 6. Draco, do we have peanut butter, ice cream, and Oreos? Harry woke me up. He had started his craving some times ago, his mood swings too. With or without nuts in the ice cream? I asked, ready to go down to the kitchen. The moment I left the bed, my wife started crying. What is it, Harry? I asked, quickly hugging him. Do you want to leave me? I'm sorry, I can do better. But don't leave me. He cried, Shh, love, I just want to get you your ice cream and cookies. No, I'm not going to leave you. You better not, you jerk. Now he was angry. I have gotten more than one slap in the last few days, but that was okay. Harry couldn't control it. There were only 3 more months to go until our little angel will be born. No, honey, with or without nuts. Without, they make me sick. I ran downstairs getting Harry his midnight snack. When I came upstairs again, he was crying. Harry, what's going on? I asked, taking Harry's hand from his large belly. But he placed it down again, and I felt it. The kicking! He cried, giving me a kiss. We didn't know the gender of our child, because it wasn't important to us at all. All we cared about was a little one being healthy. 9 months. We were in the operation hall at St. Mungo's. Harry had to deliver the child through a C-section, because, you know, your ass isn't meant to deliver a child. Draco, I'm scared, Harry whispered, squeezing my hand. Everything will be okay, honey. 1 minute and we're going to be parents with a beautiful baby. I reassured him, looking at my mother. She was with the doctor, helping him get our baby out of Harry's belly. She nodded at me and focused on her work again, while I tried to keep Harry calm. Now, sister, if you would... I heard the doctor, and then there was a cry, the cry of our baby. Mother ran over to us, a little bundle in her hands. And Harry asked while I was able to hold our firstborn. Mother had tears in her eyes. It's a girl, she whispered. I knelt down to Harry's level so he could welcome our daughter to life. She must have felt the presence of her mother and opened her eyes. And mine grew big. Newborns normally have blue eyes, but hers were pitch black. She's a shadow mage, a full one. Harry laughed, earning a serious look from the doctors that was stretching up his belly. Magic does strange things, doesn't it? Welcome to the ward. Siphius, Cornea, Malfoy, Prince Grant, heir of the Potter and Black Throne. End of chapter 40.